Hi, second grade Miss Frabigel here. Today you will need a pencil and a notebook or a piece of paper for our lesson. We are going to be learning about sentence clues today. So sentence clues are used when we're trying to figure out unknown words. So we can do this a couple different ways. We can find nearby words and phrases to describe a word or help us understand a sentence. Then sometimes when a text has another word with almost the same meaning as the word we don't know, we can try replacing them to see if they make sense. Let's look at an example. Some local communities work to stop erosion to nearby beaches. These towns have built seawalls of large boulders or rocks. So the word that we might know has a blue rectangle around it, the word communities. So let's look through the sentence and see if we can find any other words that could help us figure out what community means. Let's look for some clues in our sentence. I see the word towns. So let's see if we can replace the word community with towns to see if it makes sense. Some local towns work to stop erosion to nearby beaches. These towns have built seawalls of large boulders or rocks. That fits in pretty well. I also see the word local. A lot of times we refer to towns or places where people live as local areas. So we know that communities kind of means the same thing as towns. And looking through the clues in our sentence helps us figure out what the word community means. Let's look at another example. Look at this example of context clues in a sentence. The underlined word explain what height means. Let's look at our sentence. Now imagine waves that reach a height of over 100 feet tall. So the underlined words 100 feet tall help explain the word height. Well, if we're talking about something being tall and it's giving us feet or how tall it is, that lets me know that the word height refers to how tall something is. Let's work on some together. We're going to read through the sentences, circle the meaning of the word in bold print that makes sense. Underline the context clues in the sentence that help you. Let's look at number 1. Tsunamis are ocean waves that rush over land. Our bolded word is tsunamis, so we're going to try to figure out what that word means using some sentence clues. We have waves in the middle of the ocean, or waves that go from the ocean onto land. In our sentence, I see our clues, waves that rush over land. It's basically a definition of the word tsunami. So I know this one's talking about waves in the middle of the ocean, not quite. Waves that go from the ocean onto land. So by looking in the sentence, we saw waves that rush over land. Tsunamis are waves that go from ocean onto the land. Let's try number 2. Sometimes undersea earthquake shakes the ocean floor. Our bolded word is earthquake. Let's see if we can figure out what that means. In our sentence, I see the word shakes. Let's look at our definitions. A shaking of the earth or a storm above the earth. Well, I see the word shakes in our sentence, so I know that an earthquake means a shaking of the earth. We'll do one more together. Number 3. The waves extend deep down into the ocean. In our sentence, I see the phrase deep down. Let's see if that helps with our meaning. So we have to stretch out long or to get smaller. If something's going deep down, it's stretching out long, right? So we would know that extend means to stretch out long. 4 and 5, I'd like you to try on your own. I want you to write the complete sentences for number 4 and number 5 on your piece of paper so that you can underline the sentence clues, and then next to it, I want you to write the meaning. For number 4, then the waves reach shallow water near land. The water is less deep here. Go ahead, pause the video to get that one written down. And we have number 5. Tsunamis cause a lot of damage. They can hurt people. They can smash houses and knock down trees. Go ahead and pause to figure out the meanings of those two bolded words. Make sure you underline in your sentence to show what your clues were. Click play when you're ready to review them. Number 4, our definition is not deep. Shallow means not deep. And we know that because we see in the next sentence, less deep, which means not as deep, right? So shallow means not deep. We used our sentence clues to figure that out. And for number 5, damage means harm. And I know that because in the 2 sentences after the word damage is the word hurt, is the word smash, is the word knock. It's talking about all the bad things that tsunamis can do. So we know that means harm. All right. Moving on, I'd like you to number 1 through 4 on your piece of paper. We're going to read the sentences together, and then you are going to write down the context clues and sentence clues that help you figure out what the meaning of the bold word is. Once you write down your clues, I also want you to write down what the bold word means. We will do the first one together. Tsunamis are a set of ocean waves that overflow and flood land. First, we need to underline our context clues. I see them right after the word overflow. I see flood land. So I know that overflow means to flood something. So right next to it, I'm going to say flood. Go ahead, 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Write down your sentence clues and then write down what the meaning of the word in bold print means. Number 2, these strong actions generate or cause tsunami waves that set off toward the shore. Number 3, at first the tsunami waves may measure just 1 foot high. And number 4, tsunamis cause lots of destruction. They can hurt people, smash houses, and knock down trees. Pause the video to write down your sentence clues and your meaning of your bold word and click play to review them. All right, for number 2, your sentence clue or cause is basically a definition. So in that sentence, they gave you a definition to say generate, meaning the same thing is to cause something to happen. So you can underline to cause. Number 3, we see just like in one of our examples, 1 foot high. We know that measure means how tall something is. Number 4, destruction was our bold word. And we have 3 other words that we could highlight: hurt, smash, and knock. Or you could have highlighted that whole half of the sentence: hurt people, smash houses, knock down trees, right? We know that tsunamis have a lot of destruction. We know that destruction means they do a lot of bad things. To finish off today, I'd like you to write a sentence for each word in the bold print. Use your sentence clues to try to make the meaning clear. Do your best on those 4 sentences. Good luck, and I will see you soon.